Welcome everybody and to the shop Wednesday afternoon live. Tinkering on the Mustang right now. Not going to get too in depth on it. I do know that I'm going to put the plugs back in it. And try out our new tool here. Welcome. Working on the Mustang a little bit. Take the breather hose off so I can access where the spark plugs are at. What are you guys up to today? Oh, old hose. All right, I guess I want to take note. Electrical connections apart. That's a good thing. I usually break them every time. Joe Bird, how are you? Renegade, what's up? Sorry I missed your live last night. I need to send you an email, Renegade. I have a couple questions I think you might be able to answer. I don't want to put them out there on the live, but if that's all right with you, if I email you. It's YouTube related. So I don't know about you guys, but I know, and I don't know why I'm putting these back in. Burnt to a crisp. They look pretty bad to me, but until we get it to fire over, I'm not splurging on new plugs. Well, the Mustang is going very slow. Unfortunately, life gets in the way on some stuff. Why, thank you. But I do this crap on a budget. This is if I can get by as cheap as I can go. I did get all the muck out of the oil pan. I run a bore scope through the drain plug and looked, and everything, the bearings and all look pretty clean. I can't see inside the sump, but I guess we'll find out when we fire it. I've got to make sure the fuel pump's working and get these plugs back in, and we're gonna see what happens. Probably not gonna do that on the live though. I'm gonna save that for a long form video. I've really been slacking on my long forms, but I got to get back after them. Winter is not my favorite time of year. And I know, David, you you don't have to worry about winter where you're at, so. So what do you work on, Joe Bird, or if anything? Had some guy comment on a post I put on Facebook about the van. He says, I need one of those. And I told him, I said, hey, Lars, how are you? I said, it could be yours. Everything I got's for sale. Depends on how much you're willing to pay for it. I'm not sure how you pronounce Shoko. Is that a correct on the second word? Lars, I'm guessing you're driving the A-Team van. I'm waiting for YouTube to flag my thumbnail. Yeah, I didn't put all of that in there because I know if I did, I'll show you guys. I know if I did, they would flagged it right off the bat. You can see it. It says Class A explosive. I left the explosive out of the thumbnail because I figured they would throw a fit. The hell, they may still flag me, but anyway, I had a little marketplace I find that I'm going to convert it to a toolbox. It's pretty heavy. It's an actual case for what it is on the outside of it. Well, I'm going to make it into a toolbox. It opens up on each end. So, well, I don't know just yet. I'd have to sit down and figure out a dollar amount. But it probably wouldn't be a whole lot more than I have got into it. Probably would be, you're in the market. You're pretty close, Joe Bird. I'd have to look. I might be able to do it for that price, but I don't know yet. But you're right on the money. I mean, it's an old van, but hey, Lug, what's up? The freaking motor's only got 20,000 miles on it, so, and it was a crate motor, Goodwrench crate motor, so. Not that I put it in, nor did Buff. He bought it that way, and I bought it that way, but. So. I've got a rear seat sitting in it now, and an overhead console. I have an old conversion van that I want to put in it. Kind of old school, but it's going to have to get recovered and stuff. All in due time. All in due time. So, 8Lug, you working on anything? See if I can bust the knuckle here. Hey, Johnny. You're almost done. Okay. Good for you. Good for you. I don't know where my little foam piece went for my spark plug socket. But I cut down a little piece of gas line and trimmed it up, and it seems to be working pretty good for now. I don't know why I put a light there, because you can't see the freaking hole anyway. You cannot. The only upside to putting plugs in here is that it only takes 6. Ryan, how are you? I'm good. Having one of them days that you just nothing seems to go right, you know? You guys ever have days like that? But it's all good. Well, that rubber piece might have worked too good. It's working so far. I was telling him, Ryan, I lost a little foam thing for my spark plug socket. So I cut a little piece of gas line and shoved it down in there. A little tight. Well, yep. I can relate some days, Ryan. I can. I did comment on your video if you hadn't seen. You put it out? You know, I know. And right now, especially, it's like the worst, absolute worst time of the year to get any parts in. I haven't even ordered anything this month because of there's really no sense in it. I'll wait till January, and there's a lot of stuff. I bought another project car yesterday. That's what I've been doing, running around buying crap that I don't need. You know, we all have a sickness. Well, Renegade, you may not have a sickness because you don't have a yard full of junk. Or I don't guess you do. Hey, that's what we do, buddy. It's a shame that everybody else don't sit and watch a video all the way through. We'd all be doing a lot better. For 78 C20, huh? I can understand that. A lot of the foreign cars are, I'd hate to be in your shoes. The foreign cars are even, well, Volkswagen, yeah, Volkswagen's foreign, is, would be hard to find for. I mean, hell, finding parts for that van is pretty bad. I've got a clunk in the back of the van, and I don't know exactly what it is. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of looking. Don't mind me hammering on a spark plug. I'm changing the gap setting. But to me it sounds suspension. So I don't know if it's a shackle, the rubber on a shackle, or a shock bolt. I know Buff put new shocks on it. It's got new air shocks on it. But I don't know if if they're wallered out or what. So I just don't know. The van, hell, maybe a spring clumping. I don't know, but that's why I've got it up on the rack. And we're going to float back and forth between the Mustang and the van for a while. And I know I'm close. I'd like to say something, but I won't say it. We're in mixed company, so. I might as well have a blindfold on, about the same difference. There's just hardly no room to get your hand in here. I can't imagine working on a Hemi at all. You'd almost have to pull the motor mounts and pull the motor to the side to get the plug in it, I think. Hell, that may be the correct procedure, I don't know. Yes, you do work on the ground, and it does suck. Well, Ryan, I know it's not the ground, but it's as close as my fat butt's getting to it. I would love to have it up on the lift right now, but it's kind of preoccupied. And I don't want to take the van off because it's such a pain in the butt to get it on the thing. If I had it to do again, I would have bought a drive-on lift. I am complaining, but I'm not complaining. I'm glad I've got what I got. But, just FYI, if any of y'all ever decide to buy a lift, I would definitely go with the drive-on. I would like to have it mainly for the four-wheeler and lawnmowers. That way I could just drive a lawnmower on it, lift it up, sharpen the blades, and call it done. Can't do it with that lift though. Well, I guess I could if I made or bought an adapter. They make an adapter for them, but again, I'm a tightwad. And I don't want to spend the money. And B, I'm too damn lazy to make it. Because my welding skills are subpar. I took welding in high school. I sucked at it then, and I still suck at it. I can make two pieces of metal stick together, but it ain't the prettiest. All right. 4 in. I saved the two hardest for last. They may or may not get done. Yeah, I like they both have their place, David. They do, but they're great for doing brakes and tire rotation, stuff like that. And that was kind of my thought when I bought it, because at the time I was doing all my own service on my everyday cars. And then after the 3/4 ton burst into flames in the shop and everything else, I decided, you know what? They try to avoid the warranty on stuff, and it's like, you know what? Fine, I'll take it to the dealership. So I'm letting the dealerships do the stuff on the newer cars under warranty. Once they're out of warranty, they won't touch them unless it's something I can't fix. Garage has a barn style floor with a basement, so the creeper doesn't work. The cardboard works, yeah. I tell you what, sometimes you're better off on the ground than the creeper. I've had more than one creeper. Them stupid things, they get the slice a little bit underneath them, and they won't roll, they get caught up, and then you're underneath there in a congested environment fighting that stupid creeper. That's a whole lot easier. When I working on the motorhome, I took one of them Harbor Freight moving blankets, threw it down on the gravel, worked fine. And I've got a couple big pieces of cardboard over here that I've saved just for crawling underneath stuff. So the thing, they've got them jacks now for them 4-posts that you can still lift your wheels up off the ground. So I kind of like that. Well, I bet that's cold in the winter time, Ryan. Steel plate. Well, concrete's awful cold in here, so just don't get froze that steel plate. You have to have your wife come out and pour water on you, like sticking your tongue to a pipe. I did do a little research on the Mustang, and you guys are all more mechanics than I am. And I still don't know if the fuel pump's working or not. I'm gonna get to it here directly. But I was told if the key fob battery is dead, could also cause an issue. So, key fob, new battery. Hell, it may not even have a battery in it, I don't know. But it's a quick fix. I had the batteries already at the house, so. Hell, it may not even be the right key fob for the car. I don't know. I'm guessing it probably is. Why would you not have the right key fob with it? Now, the gem I bought yesterday, we don't have to worry about that. She's old. Older. Not old, but she's older. But it looks like I will be putting the ignition switch in it. But a bonus, I was tickled that it's a 4-speed. So I'm loving that versus automatic. So old, it only has 11 numerics to the VIN. and I was trying to figure out what year it was. He told me it was 1 year, and I told him I thought it was probably a 1 year newer by the manufacture date. It was manufactured in 11 of 77, so I'm figuring it was a 70, 78. The struggle to get a freaking battery out. You got it sealed up on both sides in plastic. All right, let's see. What we got here? Well, that was pretty easy for a battery change, even though the getting the battery out of the package sucked. Let's see if it works. Aha! Power locks work. That's a good sign. Couldn't hear the fuel pump over the damn alarm bell anyway. Well, hello, Dennis. How are you? I have to look twice at your name to figure out who you are since you changed it back. Yeah, well, I hope so. I'll get them other two plugs in and I'm gonna give it a try. Like I say, after seeing all that sludge, long-term rain, I don't have a lot of faith in it, to be honest with you. But it may be a one and done motor. I don't know. So, but if we can get it to start, and I'll do like you said, I'll take the valve covers off and just see what kind of sludge is in it. I just dumped the drain pan. That thing has sit there and drained for a week now. It was dry, but there's so much sludge had settled in that pan. And I poured it in my oil container, and yeah, it was like pretty muddy. So like I say, I'm not gonna hold. Hey, John. Not yet, but it's still draining. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can turn this around where you can actually see it. See the remnants in that pan? And that's been sitting there for about an hour now. Like I said, mud. Mud, mud, mud. All the diesel fuel floated to the top. But yeah, it took a little while to drain it. It's just a slimy mess. But like I say, I bought some of the finest oil and oil filters that money could buy to put it back on there, because I don't expect it. If I put an hour worth of run time on that oil that's in there right now, Buggy, I'll probably change it again. So how's your day going at the shop, Buggy? Positive news, yeah. JB, I'm sorry I missed you. Do a compression check. Hell, I kind of fumbled through one before. I'd say I'm not holding a lot of faith in this, but I'm going to try to fire it. We're close, and if she doesn't want to fire, then I'll go break down and buy new plugs for it, and I'll do a compression check, and then we'll try again. So the fuel tank didn't smell god awful, and I did do what you said, Ryan. I put some new fuel in it, that fuel mix, and some Miracle, whatever it's called, it Marvel. Put some of that in the tank. So did I get the new car? Well, are you talking to me, Dennis? Okay. Well, I'll take you guys out there. I got it. And I took air when I went to go pick it up. And the air come out of the tires about as quick as it went in it. Let me go over here and open the door. I very seldom ever use a walk-in door. Matter of fact, I can't even tell you where the key is at. Okay, guys, don't laugh. You probably will, but all right, get on the edge of your seat. Anybody know what that is? They only made these, I believe, a couple years. 1977 and 1978. You'll figure it out now when I get to the front of it. It's a 1978 Ford Pinto wagon And the paint scheme, the model that it had, I guess it was called, was the Groovin' Cruisin'. The floorboards, I believe, are pretty solid. I didn't crawl underneath it. Seats aren't the best, but good God, let's see. Let's see when it was last on the road. $1994 was the last time it seen the road. Has no title. I actually bought it off a local police officer that he's going to help me get the title for it. Way over here on the side. We have a, there's kind of my main concerns right there. Gonna have to be worked on. Missing a radiator. Other than that, looks like somebody's been eating some chicken up here on the breather. I haven't touched this thing, so looks like at one time it had maybe AC in it, but it did have AC because there's a condenser. That's all been robbed off of it, and the radiator, I'd say whoever robbed the radiator probably robbed the AC on it. So quite the power plant there. At least you can inspect the timing belt nice and easy. I'm actually kind of excited about this one. Don't know why. I guess I'm a nerd. And I'll give you a little glimpse. This hasn't, you guys are the first to see. That's another one I got coming up. Y'all know what that is? Unfortunately, all you can buy around here that's reasonable are Fords. So, or at least that fits my pocketbook. So between the van, the Mustang, and these other two, I gotta quit buying shit because I got a problem. It is a Pinto wagon, Nathan. How are you? Well, I just lost internet, so I don't know what's going to happen. Craig. Well, definitely no lead sled wagon. I lost connection for just a second. An old one, Craig, an old one. I guess if nobody talks, then I... Oh. Yeah. And there was a cardboard cutout hanging around the corner too, Dennis. You know, he gets around. So, all right, good. I'm glad. Last time I did a live the other day, I lost connection for 15 seconds and it screwed it all up. So, and I tried to go second time and it didn't work. Gator, what are we not working on? Okay, we are not working on the Mustang right now. You missed the unveiling of the latest project I bought yesterday. So, never seen a Pinto wagon before. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why I like them. I have no idea. I guess I have nerd in me. I don't know, but I guess I never was really much of a gearhead. I mean, not that I don't like cars, but I may be able to get the Pinto running versus this thing here. I know a lot of people had Pinto wagons, and then they exploded. That's why they quit making them. I don't know if the wagons exploded, but I noticed when I unloaded it, you could smell the fuel. Oh, it's nasty. Yeah, it'll definitely be. If it holds fluid, I'll be pulling that tank down, I imagine. So definitely, I'll have to go through that one a little harder than we will the Mustang, probably. But I have more faith on that thing sitting for what, 31 years? More faith in that starting than this Mustang, to be quite honest. Because it doesn't have all the electronic BS in it. It's got a little bit, but it doesn't have a lot of it. A camper special, yeah. Actually, you can take that to the opera because it has the little opera glass in it. Remember the old boogie vans? They all had them little round porthole windows in them. I had a Fairmont. Well, it was a Mercury Zephyr, which is the same thing, and I put a 302 in it, and man, that thing was a freaking running vehicle. Well, they didn't weigh anything, and the 6-cylinder they had in were gutless. Yes, Ryan's already mentioned that one. There's a buttload of Thunderbirds on Marketplace. Unfortunately, everyone I've called about does not have the turbo. Port window, yes. Comets are cool. They're the conversion of the Maverick. Boy, that's something you don't see at the car shows. I've seen I think one Maverick all summer long, and it was nice. And I think they were from Oklahoma or Northwest Arkansas, but man, that was a sweet Maverick. They were definitely no frills on the inside, but they were still cool cars, I thought. Especially when they had the 302 Boss in them. Well, why didn't you save it, Dennis? I could have used that. You're no help. No help at all. Yeah. If you only knew what you had at the time, you could have probably got 10 times the amount the scrapyard give you. Yeah, 68 Malibu. I've seen one. I don't know what year you guys were at the No Name Nationals. What year was that wagon that was up and down the strip? Was that a 67 wagon? Really, not one call.